Hi guys, so this video is about how to identify valid SNR level and how to refine the SNR levels so we can get a precise entry, okay? So previously I had made videos based on storyline. So let's go. So this is pretty simple. I will show you the theory first. So let's suppose we have this weekly SNR level and this weekly SNR level. So this is weekly and this is weekly, okay? So how do we so as far we know, like price approaches the our fresh weekly zone, and sometimes it went a little bit deep like this, okay, then gives us a breakout. So we want to know how to catch this sell trade from the top, okay? So even though this entry is so high risk, but I never do it, but I will let you know like how to catch this top sell so you can get a high risk and reward, okay? So you will generally get a bigger risk to reward, okay? So for example, in this example we have CAD CHF, okay? So you can see we got monthly reject monthly. This is our monthly level, and then we got this is monthly support level, okay? And the next candle rejects it taps and rejects and close, okay? So we will find out which level it rejected. So you can see it went too deep. See, as you can see the level was here, but this week went too deep, okay? So why it went too deep and which level did it took from this week? So we will look into it. So for refinement, the basic is we refine the, okay, so refinement, the basic rule is for refinement, if the weekly key level or any HTF level, let's suppose this is HTF weekly, so our refinement for the sell, the refinement always will be above the HTF level. So if it's weekly sell, so our daily will be above, and the H4 also will be above the daily key level, okay? So for the buy level, let's suppose this is weekly buy level, so the refinement will be lower than the weekly buy level, okay? And the H4 level, H4 refinement will also lower than the daily buy level, okay? So for example, if we see we have a weekly buy support level, okay? So in weekly, sorry, we had monthly buy support level. So in weekly we will see SNR level, fresh SNR level below the monthly key level, okay? So here do we have, okay, let me mark the next candle so we don't get confused. So we're gonna find out key level before this candle, okay? This is new monthly candle opening. So the refinement will be this QM level. As you can see, this is support, break becomes fresh, then it taps and become unfresh, then it break up, so it becomes fresh, okay? So this is QM level which is fresh, and then we had this gap level which was fresh, and then we had this support, classic support level, okay? So this all are the refinements for the monthly key level. So now we're gonna refine much more. So we're gonna go to daily. So what will be our refinement? So this was our monthly level, so let me delete it. Okay, let it be red, and let me change the color for weekly refinement. This could be white. Okay, so the weekly level are in white lines. So for daily we will choose, so for the daily key level we will choose blue, okay? So as you know, we had this weekly level, so we're gonna refine much lower that. So you can see we had this buy, but this is unfresh. We only had this buy key level in daily, okay? And then we have this buy gap level which was fresh, and then we have this refinement daily, okay? So this is daily refinement for this weekly level, and these two daily levels are the refinement for this weekly level, okay? And for this weekly level we don't have anything in daily. As you can see, this is unfresh and this is fresh, but it's aligning with already with weekly, okay? So these are the refinements for the daily. So as far we know, for storyline to start, we always look for daily, because daily is the starting of storyline. So every time when storyline starts, it starts from daily, then it breaks weekly key level, so it becomes weekly storyline, okay? So it's like this. Let me show you example. So this is daily, okay? And let's suppose this is Okay, this is daily weekly key level. This is weekly key level, buy sell, and this is weekly key level, buy. Okay, and then we have daily key level inside it. Okay, we have daily key level inside the weekly. It's same like I marked just now. So we have daily key level inside the weekly. Okay, okay, so we are daily key level above the weekly, and we have daily key level below the weekly buy. Okay, so we are monitoring price in H4. So H4 goes like this. It taps weekly, gives a pullback, but it went for the refinement. So it taps daily, but we didn't got any H4 breakout. It respects the H4 buy. It taps this one, then it gives us the H4 breakout. Okay, so then it continues. So in real time, we would have a daily key level at this point. Okay, because this is weekly key level, the last daily level. This would be a last daily level which taps the weekly. So we're gonna wait for price to break the daily level. So as you can see, we first started with the daily and H4 cycle, which is daily storyline, and then daily breaks out, which is the indication for weekly to start. Okay, weekly storyline to start. So for same like this, we had these daily levels. So we're gonna monitor price, we're gonna check out so where it gives the breakout. So there is it tapped there, but it tapped the monthly level but didn't give us the weekly breakout. So you can see we are monthly, but we don't have any weekly refinement. And we also, okay, we have one key level here. This is our resistance break becomes support. This is monthly, and this is monthly, and this is weekly. One more. See, so it didn't tapped it didn't tap and flew, and then it came to this weekly key level, and it also have a daily gap level aligning, which means this is daily refinement too. This is also daily refinement. Okay, so let me mark it in blue. Okay, this daily refinement taps at this point. This candle taps and reject and close, so we're gonna check for H4 breakout. So we must, sorry, okay, see, we didn't got any H4 breakout. The last H4 level was this one to break. It didn't break, so it didn't go up. So it broke down the daily level and continued to sell. So again it tapped the daily level. This is the daily key level refinement, but again it failed to create a H4 breakout. Okay, so then we're gonna continue for sells, this sells, and then it tapped this daily but it didn't give any reaction. But then this tapped this daily, it tapped this daily, you can see, let me mark it. Okay, it tapped this daily and gave us a close, and we got, okay, we didn't got any H4 breakout because the H4 breakout is this one. Okay, so it's too far to break this. Okay, so but then we got daily support level formed, which means we tap daily buy level, and formed a daily support. So this is forming a, this is a sign of reversing of storyline. Okay, we got daily support, this is also a support. So so the rule is you have to mark the support or resistance from past prices, and you also have to take care the support and resistance forming in the current market price. Okay, so most of the people fail to mark these. So most of the people just mistakenly ignore this one, so ignores these all daily key levels or H4 key levels in the current market price. They're gonna all simply look for the past price. So we have to take care also for the daily or weekly or H4 key levels forming in the current market price. Okay, so as you can see, we formed a daily support, and then price rejected it. At this point is rejected and gave us a close. So then we can see we got a H4 breakout. Okay, so this confirms we have a daily bullish storyline started. Okay, so now we don't have to worry about this H4 to break. We got H4 breakout at this point. Okay, so we are in daily bullish storyline. Daily bullish started. Okay, now we have to be careful about daily roadblocks because we got daily storyline. So daily when daily starts, so it's end on daily fresh level. Okay, so we have these daily fresh levels. Okay, so we're gonna have to careful about these levels. Okay, so we also had weekly, so we also tapped the weekly key level and tapped, and we have to wait for, so we have to wait for this daily to break. This daily need to be break. Okay, so till then we can trade daily and H4 storyline. Okay, so as you can see we got H4 bullish breakout here, so we're gonna delete all these levels. So we're gonna be, the daily storyline started here, so we have to be careful about these daily fresh levels. Okay, these are daily fresh levels, these, this one and this one. Okay, this is the last level. So as you can see we gonna take trades from H4 fresh. See, it tapped and created a breakout, so we're gonna take opportunity from buy levels. Okay, so as you can see we didn't got any H4 breakout, H4 pullback from this point, so we have to expect a pullback and then move up, but it didn't, so it went without tapping us. So you can see we also had another daily level, this one. So but this one break, as you can see this candle break outside it, and the next candle, very next candle tapped this, and as you can see we got the H4 breakout buy. Okay, so this is a continuation storyline. Okay, when like it's like this, so when price gives us a breakout like this as external breakout, so this is this storyline represent as reversal storyline. Okay, but then if we are getting breakout like this, these are our daily levels, and daily breaks like this and gives us H4 breakout like this, so this is called continuation storyline. Okay, so we're gonna take trades from this continuation. If we didn't got the opportunity to buy from the reversal, so but we can take the continuations. Okay, so here we had a continuation. See, we tapped, we break out, and then the very next candle it tapped it and just fly. So you can refine it. So this is the valid SNR level, this was the H4 breakout. So this is our H4 level, let me mark it in white, and this was also a resistance break becomes support. We're gonna mark all these levels. So we don't know price, so we don't know which level price gonna take, so we just gonna mark all the levels. So there is nothing about valid fresh level or invalid fresh level or valid SNR level. So all the fresh levels are valid, you just have to monitor the current market price and you have to take care about the CMP. Okay, and CMP gives us the confirmation about which SNR gonna be valid among all these three levels. Okay, so we're gonna look for which breakout gave us the opportunity. Okay, so we had, so as you can see this was the H4 H4 fresh SNR level. So for refinement we gonna mark lower than this, so this was a level which was the refinement, this is resistance break become support, and this was the H4 level, and it's aligning with the H1 level. Okay, because you can see this is support, break, and break again becomes a resistance. Okay, this is a valid level which is aligning. Okay, and the third level is this H4 level, so we have only this H1 and this one. Okay, so as you can see we tapped this H4 level, because why we didn't go more down. Okay, so because it's why the H4 level aligning with the H1 level, so every time the levels are aligning, so which means that level is very important. Okay, if H4 and H1 and M30 are aligning, okay, so if H4, M30 and H1 are both, or all three are aligning, so that means that level is very powerful. Okay, so see we got tapped, so you can see for confirmation at this point, but I see only M30 confirmation, which is this one. As you can see we got M30 breakout or M30 SNR break, this is M30 SNR break, and then we got the pullback, and we're gonna set our entry like this. SL will be below the wicks, something about 10 pips, and you're gonna TP 1:3, but we can see we had one daily fresh level, so we just turned bearish from there, so that's not a problem. So but majorly I go for 1:3 or any daily fresh level from the left side. Okay, so here you got break even, but the very next we can see we had So this video is not about entry part, but I am still showing you. So we had this daily fresh level, then we got reject and close, and the very next candle we're gonna look for breakout. As you can see, we got the breakout. At this point we got the breakout. This is the last H4 level which tapped this daily fresh level, and then we got the pullback. You can see this is the pullback, this is the pullback. So let me clear it first. We got this H4 breakout. We had one daily fresh level from this past, and then we're gonna wait for price to tapping from this level, but still we have to be careful from which the daily is coming from. See, we had another daily continuation level. This is buy level, but this was broken. Okay, as you can see, this is broken, so we are now safe to take the trade for the seller side. So we had this H4 sell level, so then we got the pullback. Here's the pullback. So let me mark the fresh levels. This is H4 sell level, this was H4 QM level, and this was the apex level. Okay, so we're gonna take the H1 fresh levels. Okay, so these all three are H4, and then we got refinement. From we got this one aligning, but this is not fresh, there is nothing fresh in it. And then we got this one fresh H1, and we got this one as fresh. Okay, price tapped the H1 level, but we didn't got any M30 breakout. See, we didn't got any M30 breakout, so then we continued to go up, and then it tapped the H4 fresh level and daily both, and then it gave us a M30 breakout. So you can see there is a slight pullback. This is a slight pullback. So we're gonna just set our entry limit and stop loss 10 pips, and you're gonna target the next daily fresh level, or 1 is to 2 or 3, whatever you take. Okay, so here you can see why it reversed from this point. Why did it reverse? Because we had our daily fresh level formed. You can see this is the daily fresh level formed, and that's why it just reversed from this point. Okay, let me mark it for you if you don't believe. We had price reverse from this point because we had daily fresh support formed. Okay, so that's why I said you have to be careful about SNR level forming in the current market price. Okay, so it tapped, so we're gonna look for if H4 gave us a breakout or not. So see, this is the last H4 level which formed before tapping the daily level, but it didn't break. So then it break after this one, it gave a pullback and shoots up. Okay, so this is about refinement and how to identify valid and an invalid SNR level. So you just have to focus on refinements and just to mark the fresh levels. Okay, and you don't have anything else to do. Just be careful about the current market price CMP. So in this example we do have, see, we didn't had any monthly level, but we got weekly level. Okay, so we got weekly level. This is weekly. Support, break becomes resistance, again break and becomes support. Okay, so then the next candle tapped it. So we have to mark the daily refinements. This is weekly key level. You have to mark the daily refinements. So here we don't have any refinement. As you can see, we don't have any refinement. The refinement is too low. The refinement is too lower, and we don't have any refinement. These are not refinements because I don't take gap level which break 2 times. I just only take classic level which break 2 times. Okay, this breaks 1 time and 2 times, but this gap level break 2 times, but it tapped. But I don't take gap level which break 2 times. Okay, so I am just gonna take the daily level. Okay, so it tapped and got above, but in current market price it formed a gap level, and this gap level is a support. Okay, so the very next candle tapped it and gave us a H4 breakout. So now we're gonna mark our refinements. This will be our H4 levels. because there are only two levels. And to be careful, we have to look for daily roadblocks. Say this type, this daily sell level, and then give us a H4 breakout. Okay, so now the current market price shifted to sell, so we can't take the buy levels. Okay, we can't take the buy entries, we only have to take the sell entries. Okay, so as you can see, we got breakout and then we got a H4 level to take. Okay, so unfortunately it didn't tapped it, but as you can see, we had this support break becomes our resistance. So if you want to refine, we don't have any refinement, there is no refinement, so we have to only take M30 breakout from this level. So let me mark it. See, we got M30 breakout. This is the last M30 level which tapped H4. So we got M30 breakout, and then we got our pullback. This is our pullback and drop. Okay, so you just, after M30 breakout, you just have to place your limit order. This limit order SL of the wick, something about 10 pips, including the spread and commissions. So you can target daily fresh level or 1:3. Okay, so this is all about refinement and to identify valid SNR level. So you have to just backtest it and master it. So after the refinement and identifying the valid SNR level, only then you can get your pinpoint entry or valid entry. Okay, so I hope this video helps you a lot. Don't forget to subscribe and like and comment and share the video to your friends and family. I'll be back with another new video. So till then, let's go. Bye.